Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Codename Ocean Keeper. Well, we have, we've test trialed some of our new stuff. We had a good chat with the benefactor, and at the moment he is still trying to figure out a new coordinate for us to investigate. So that said, we're going to see if we can fight another boss, or at least make it to round 20 if there is a second one. We've basically upgraded everything we can. We're still missing out on the laser cannon, but I'm guessing that's the next thing. And we also have gone ahead and picked up some skill reload speed for not just our mech, but for ourselves as well. So let's not waste any more time and let's dive right on in, and we will see if at the end of this run, if the benefactor has anything else for us to note. Alright, well, let's go ahead and dive on down. What do we see? Nothing too crazy yet. We'll quickly go ahead and we'll leave that there. We'll go ahead and drop down here. Again, some of these early ones, if we can, we'll try and collect a few upgrades. Make sure that we get some more bang for our buck. Let's see, anything else worth noting? Yeah, we've got some good materials early here. That's nice. We can drop some more drones, so we'll go ahead and we'll do that. And then I think we'll just follow this for a second or two. It seems to be the direction to go, so we'll go ahead and we'll leave that there. Let's see, what else have we got? Anything else fairly close by? I think we can go... No, let's go with some laser warming. We'll increase our more mining capacity, and again, I don't think that there's much else that we can really worry about at this stage. It's still fairly quiet at the very beginning of these runs, but either way, we'll go ahead and we will use some of our basic defenses. We'll go ahead and we will drop off a turret and pop the shield, and then we'll just let that deal with whatever comes our way. Again, nothing too dangerous, so we can let our defenses do so automatically. Alright, now we do have another bomb, and I think we will use it. However, we have some explosion radius to boost up first. Make sure we can get the most out of what we've got. That is always a decent plan. We'll also go ahead and see about picking up some slightly better resources. Again, not exactly sure, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah, we'll just see what we can clear out from down here. And I think that's probably going to be most of that. Let's just double check that there's nothing else. Yeah, that does seem to be more or less everything. We'll go ahead and we'll drop those two there. We'll get the drone to clear that out. We've only got a couple of seconds before we are done. So we'll just collect what we can from here, and then well, I guess we'll just have to make do with what we've got, because yeah, we're going to be just that little bit late to the mech. But I think that'll be everything that we can realistically ask for from this mine. Alright, so off we go. Let's move to the next location. Let's drop off a turret. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. That should work fine. Go ahead and shield on up. We'll go ahead and dive on down. Looks like... Oh, actually, you know what? We are taking a little bit of damage. Let's just quickly go ahead and jump back in our mech. Come on now. There we are. Alright, only a couple of points of damage. That's no big deal. We'll pick up everything that we can. Yeah, alright. Well, at least we've got a few things, so that's not the worst. We'll go ahead and we'll see... Here we are. New mech for... sorry, not a new mech. A new cave. Alright, and it looks like we're going to have a nice little upgrade here too, which should be rather good. Oh, and we do have more upgrades to go with, so let's go with some damage. That should be ideal, and then I guess we'll also go ahead and we'll focus on maybe a slightly, I don't know, some slightly better drones. Yeah, I think drones are normally pretty decent. Let's go with some carry capacity, and then I think the next thing we'll aim for is a bit of speed, so we can clear out these resources just that little bit faster. I think that would be ideal. Alright, so we'll leave those there. Actually, you know what? We should we've only got 20 odd seconds. Let's see about picking up some of that other stuff that we saw. We'll make sure that we have access to that. We've only got 15 seconds. So again, if we can collect some of this stuff sooner than later, that would be ideal. And then... yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll drop off that drone there. We'll pick up the artifact, even though that slows us down immensely. We are right at the door. Alright, so what do we want? A new weapon? Or do we want to pick up another upgrade? I think we'll go... I think laser warming could actually be rather good here. We'll go ahead and we'll collect on that. Yeah, again, more mining capacity is handy. We'll go ahead and also go and improve... let's improve our turret there. Let's go ahead and boost up its damage. That'll be necessary. Yeah, let's see how many enemies we can take care of with our railgun. Actually, it looks very effective, and we still have a fair bit to go in this mine. So I guess we'll go ahead and we'll see what we can clear on out. Alright, so let's just double check that there aren't any more upgrades we can take for our bomb. Alright, I guess damage is a good thing for us. We'll go ahead and we will drop that down here. We'll see what we can get access to. We'll leave that for now. In a couple of seconds we should have another drone, so let's go ahead and let them take all the green. That'll be very nice. I think we need a few more of those. And then, what else do we do? I guess we focus on a little bit of this stuff here. Actually, can we break a hole? There we are. That should be good. Alright, we'll drop those off. Clear up these. And then I guess we see if we can get a path over here. Again, we know how bad it is for some of our drones when they want to have access, but they cannot reach whatever it is. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and we'll do that. Let's see, come on. A couple of seconds here. Alright, looks like it's just going to be a bit of a little bit of a wait, unfortunately, and unfortunately we're also not going to be able to get to drop that bomb there. Alright, well, you know what? I think that is about enough for now. We'll go ahead and we will shield on up. We'll drop down our turret, and let's pick up an upgrade or two. Let's go with the ammo stack cooldown. I think that would be good. And then I guess that's about everything except for maybe... let's go with the drone reload speed. We need to get a few more of those on the field. We also don't have any secondary weapons right now, which is very much not ideal. We're going to try out our rage here, see if we can deal with some of these enemies a little bit quicker. We do have the movement speed to be able to outpace them, so I guess there's that option, but again, it's still not necessarily the best. Alright, it might be time that we pick up another weapon. Let's go ahead and drop this down here, see what we can find. Sniper rifle, shotgun, or electro rifle. Let's go with the sniper rifle. Get some good damage there. At least that should be able to take care of some of those big jellyfish a little bit better. We'll also clear out over here, and hopefully we won't have any issues with the drones in the future. And then... looks like we're in a bit of a pickle here. Yeah, we're definitely going to want to be able to get access to that resource here, otherwise the game will not appreciate us too much. Alright, well, I guess we'll just have to clear out all of this. Not much we can do about that. We'll also go ahead and improve our mining. Yeah, we'll see what we can clear up over here, but again, it's not a guarantee. Yeah, we'll see if we can maybe make this a little bit easier for our drones to work through. Come on now. I guess we'll have to drop these off. I think we definitely need at least another weapon, although I'm not sure if that's going to play out too well for us. Let's go with... what do we do? I think at this point, maybe we go and invest in a little bit more damage. Yeah. I'm not sure if that's necessarily the best way to deal with things, but it seems to be what we've got, so that'll have to do. Whoops, we'll drop that bomb down there, and unfortunately I did miss where I was planning on dropping that, so that is not very handy. Alright, let's see what have we got. Come on. Let's see if we can deal with some of these groups here. Let's shield on up. See that we can clear them back. And then I'm guessing, yeah, we might as well go here as well. Alright. Could be better, could be worse. I guess that's the perpetual state of things in as yeah, these missions go. It could always be better, and it could always be worse. But either way, we're still doing fairly well, so we'll just keep on keeping on. We'll focus on all of these. Hopefully we can pick up a few more blues and gain access to some better upgrades. Let's see about maybe, yeah, impact force. Let's go ahead and kick that up a gear. Let's also go for a speed boost. Make sure that we can get our way through the map a little bit faster. In fact, we'll go ahead and we'll drop off a drone. We'll drop off a few more things ourselves, and then I think what we do is we quickly squeeze on in here and we see what we can uncover. Still got another 25 seconds left. It's not a huge amount of time, but it could be a lot worse. Definitely need some more drones. In fact, let's go ahead and... where do we go? Let's boost up their... let's boost up their speed and their carry capacity. There we go. That should hopefully clear up a little bit more of the map for us and get a few more things working in our favor. Yeah, and I think that's where we'll go. We'll try and get all of this, and then... alright, there we go. Alright, so that should be enough left with an upgrade for our weapons. We'll leave our... actually, do we go ahead and take the damage increase just for the extra 20? Either that, or do we go... upgrade our sniper rifle, maybe increase a couple more shots? Yeah, shots per reload. Currently it's taking one shot and reloading. Damage is 30, that's not bad. I suppose maybe a couple more shots per reload wouldn't be the end of the world. Yeah, that's probably a good thing for us. And then we'll just double check with our bomb. Yep, we can boost up the reload speed there, so that's good. Alright, let's see if we can deal with some of these enemies. Let's focus in on some of those. Got plenty of enemies there to chew through. Go ahead and shield on up. And then, you know what? I guess we'll go ahead and move to a new mine. Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily going to be too painful if we switch between a couple of fresh mines as we go. Just that way we will always have plenty of blue to access, which is very nice and definitely required. We'll go ahead and we'll drop all of these because that should give us another upgrade. I'm thinking maybe something along the lines of reload time or explosion range. You know what? We'll do one of these and then we'll do the other one in a couple of seconds. That should be fine. We'll go ahead and we'll drop off the drone, make sure that they're doing their work. We'll try and hunt down what we can access, but I think we should be okay. Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of a path down here. Some more resources. Again, more drones, the better. Yeah, okay, so I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll zip our way around here. Alright, we can get that bomb countdown as well. There we go, that'll save us a little bit. Down to 10 more seconds. This should clear out a nice little spot for us. We'll knock that off there. And then let's see if we can send that down a bit further. There we go. Alright, that should do very nicely. That should get us a good amount of resources. Hopefully we can clear out what's around, but at the same time too, if we're stuck with what we've got, that'll also be fine. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll pick that up for now. Looks like that drone should be moving along. We'll see if we can afford anything else. We could potentially go for more impact force, which wouldn't be bad. Either that or maybe... Oh, we could already go for more reload time. Huh. You know what? Sure, let's go ahead and take that. And then we'll drop off what we've got and we'll see how that all plays out. Alright, wave 7. Definitely need to find another weapon at some point soon, I would say. We're doing alright so far, but just because we are now doesn't mean that we will be in the future. Oops, let's go ahead and quickly shield on up as we've found ourselves in a bit of a predicament. Alright, let's try out some of this rage here. Clear out some of those enemies. We'll drop another drone. We do have a couple of mines which should be fairly quick to get to. Whoops, I did not mean to quite drop that there, but it is what it is. Alright, what have we got? Reload speed or damage increase? We'll go with the new weapon. Very tempting to go for the upgrade for our turret, but at the end of the day, we still have plenty to do. Alright, let's see, what else have we got? More drones. That's at least something. Let's go for maybe a couple more blues and get that mining upgrade. We have a pretty good chance of being able to collect that fairly soon. So we will try and get that done, although whether it works out or not, that's a different question. Alright, what have we got? Anything over here? Oh, some more in some funny spots. That's very much not helpful. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll drop that down here. Maybe we can find our way through. We'll drop off some more drones, but again, we've got to make sure that we get access to this one so we don't mess up their automatic pathing, because we already know that that's a bit of an issue as it stands. So yeah, we don't really want to take it any further. Alright, we'll leave all of those. In fact, I think what we will do is... Oh, hang on a second. We'll pick up an upgrade for our carry capacity. We'll go ahead and move on up. I think this might actually be the fastest way of us getting back. Yeah, that was definitely the right call there. Alright, if we can, we'll stick at this mine because there's still plenty for us. Let's go ahead and upgrade our... Let's go with our sniper rifle. Let's go with some damage. And then we could cut down the reload time, but I think... Actually, we could really increase that damage, but I think for now we need some better options too. Let's go with the... damage? Yeah, that'll have to be nice enough. And then there's nothing else that's affordable except for reload speed. So, we'll go ahead and we'll take those. Hopefully this all still continues to work. But we'll find out one way or the other. Oh dear. Okay, actually, you know what? Maybe we've made some poor choices on this one. Yeah, I feel like we haven't necessarily found the same amount of relics that we would normally find. And so we're just a little bit more punished when it comes to our DPS. Yeah, I normally feel like by now we can have a couple of secondary weapons. Alright, either way, we'll leave that turret there, that should be fine. Was that where we were? No, it was this one over here. And again, since we've mostly cleared it out, we'll try and collect some of those resources. Oops, that was not what I planned on doing, but it's what has been done now, so I guess that is what it is. Actually, you know what? It may not even take too long for us to clear out these resources, so maybe it could be worse. Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll do that. We'll drop off a drone. We'll go... leave... Now what? Those drones there should be able to pick up stuff for us. Yeah, we'll drop these off, and then... Oh, you know what? Maybe that's all we needed. Alright, fine. I guess we're done with this mine. Or at least, I thought we got more, but I guess I was wrong. I guess we'll start on a new mine instead. Not exactly the most efficient methodology of starting things, but, you know, it's where we are, so it's what we're doing. Let's go ahead and we'll drop off some more drones. Let's go ahead and boost up something. I suppose explosion power could be good. We need more damage though as well. Let's go with the... Got a lot of choices. But none of them are particularly amazing. Let's go with some more upgrades for ourselves. We'll go with the... We'll increase the amount of targets they can chew through, and then I guess our drones can probably get us access to some more materials fairly quickly. Yeah, we've only got 10 seconds. We'll go ahead and we'll collect what we've got access to. Let's just go ahead and make our way back to the mech. Alright, at least we're here on time. That is very useful. Let's go ahead and we'll also go ahead and improve our interval time as well as our reload. That should be a particularly nice little boost to our situation. Alright, let's go ahead and deal with them. Alright, looks like we've got some enemies here with artillery. That is not as fun. We'll try and deal with you at a distance. Let's see what we can do. Again, looking for large groups if we can fire through. Alright, let's get that turret up and running. Oh, we're almost in a bit of trouble again. Getting surrounded is not ideal. Alright, and that seems to have panned out fairly well. Okay, well, I guess it is what it is. We'll see about dropping off some drones. Do we have anything over here? It does look like there is at least opportunity for something. We'll go ahead and we'll blow that open. I guess we can now make an extra path around there. That should be rather handy. Come on now. I need you to break through these bricks, please, and thank you. Let's get those drones up and running. Alright, and I think that should be fairly good. We'll go ahead and get them working. We'll see about breaking up all of this. Actually, you know what? There's another brick. We'll quickly go ahead and clear out all of this. That should be... Actually, is there anything further in this direction? Yes, there is. Okay. Let's quickly go ahead and we'll make our way up here. That should be fine. We'll go ahead and back down here over and clear up some of this. We'll get some drones up and running. We'll collect all of these that are down further. And then I guess we'll just have to try and clear up some of this stuff towards the top. Again, lots of drones. Should be fairly good at clearing out most of this material. And we'll just take what we can get a hold of. But I think that that's everything that we need. Let's go ahead and jump on into our mech. We do have contact. Let's go ahead and boost up our options, I suppose. You know what? Realistically, I think we can probably get away with not upgrading our weapons for now. I think we should be fine at dodging and whatever have you. Yeah. I think what we'll do is we'll see if we can afford an upgrade. So for our mining at the very least, we could go for damage, or we could go for more impact force. It's one or the other. I think at the moment our damage isn't too bad, but if we can hit more bricks, that's probably better. And that also leaves us room to upgrade other things. In fact, looks like we can max that out, so I think we will. So the rest are just nice to haves. And then weapon-wise, we can't go upgrades for damage there, just our rotation speed. Our turret we can go ahead and keep around for a little bit longer. We could explosion damage and range. know what? I'm tempted. Let's see, we've got 3 here. That'll leave us with 6. Let's go ahead and boost up the speed of the drones. I think that would be rather nice to have. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll upgrade that. We should be fine with what we've got. So we'll just focus in on that. We'll keep distance. We've got some very good long-range weapons, so it's not like we're going to be too upset. We'll go ahead and shield up and use our rage. Make sure that we can do as much damage as possible. We'll keep them, again, as I said, far enough away. Our turret does look like it's gone down, but we've got a new one, so that's good. We'll keep them, again, at range. Alright, looks like our turret's doing a pretty decent job. We're avoiding damage here, that's nice. Come on now, we've still got our shielding and I'd like to maintain it if at all possible. Alright, there goes another turret. We've got shielding if we desperately need, and I think we go ahead and we use that with our rage. Protect us from damage while we get to increase our damage output. That is a pretty decent situation for us, I would say. Alright, let's just stay out of there. Come on, we've still got the shields, so this is a good sign. We did manage to dodge that claw, which is nice. Yeah, okay, I think we're actually in a pretty good spot. We seem to be kiting it around fairly well. Oop, we are, yeah, there we are. We've taken some damage now. Unfortunately, those rocks we could not get out of the way of fast enough. It's almost out of health. It shouldn't take us too much now. Let's shield on up. We can tank this. And there we go. Alright, back down into the mine. Let's go ahead and clear this thing out as fast as humanly possible. Alright. Damage upgrade. Fantastic. That is something that we did need. That is very nice. Oh, right. And it looks like we have actually cleared out that mine. I thought we had more left. Alright, well, you know what? I guess that's not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and zoom up to the north. We'll see what we can get a hold of. That was wave 10, so I think we're doing fairly well. Alright, and it does look like we've finally picked up another nice artifact. So we'll go ahead and we'll drop the bomb down there. That should be fine. We'll let that clear out some more of the map down there. We'll break up what's up over here. We'll get our drones doing their things so we can get as many resources as possible, as quickly as possible. And then... come on now. Yeah, we'll see what we can find here. That looks pretty decent. That free damage upgrade has certainly saved us a whole heap of time and effort. Especially since we've now upgraded the right things, so we've now got extra impact force. That's going to be very nice. Go ahead and we'll drop that off there. We'll go ahead and we will drop our bomb down here. Again, we'll try and make sure that we've cleared out what we can that's above us. Drones, let's see. Can we make an extra path for them to get back up to the top without having to go around all of this awkward stuff? And it does look like you can. Oh, and we are already out of time. Alright, what have we got? Damage upgrade for our weapon or an extra one? I'm very tempted. As much as I would love the damage upgrade, I think we're going to go ahead and bring in an auto shotgun. I think that's probably the best thing for us. Yeah, we have enemies getting very close these days, so it's probably not the worst thing to upgrade. Alright, what can we afford though? We can go ahead and pick up that damage upgrade, which would be very nice. 15, 4, and 1. Actually, we can afford that quite comfortably. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll pick that up. And then over elsewhere, let's go with the... maybe the turret duration. We could boost up either that, or we go ahead and start... oh, we could decrease the reload speed here. That'll leave us with 5 left over. Actually, I think that's what we do. So that's now down to 3 seconds for the reload time. And we can then go ahead and boost up our auto shotgun. Extra shots per reload is probably... Actually, let's just go damage. I think that'll be fine. Yeah. Alright, same overall output, but yeah, it means we can just get reloading instead of waiting to take more time to shoot more things. I think that'll end up being the right way to go. Alright, let's go ahead and shield on up. Keep everything at bay. And it looks like we've done a pretty good job. We've almost cleared out everything here as well, which is very nice. We'll go ahead and get some drones up and running. We've just got to go ahead and make sure that we've got everything else by the from the yeah, bottom here. Let's go ahead and clear up all of this. We'll go ahead and drop that down there. That does seem to be more or less everything. Oh, there is one more green. Actually, two more green. But I think that's it. Yeah, I don't think that there's much else worth trying to find. I guess technically there is a little bit, but again, it's fairly inconsequential. Yep, alright, let's go. Let's bail. If there's anything left over, it's not important. I would much rather get to a new mine. Alright, so I'm guessing we did miss a couple of things, but again, nothing too serious. Let's go ahead and head down to the next one. Let's see what we can do. Let's get that drone up and running. We'll drop down our own explosive. We'll even go ahead and boost up the... Let's boost up the range. That will be nice. Again, I don't think it technically counts because we upgraded it after we used it, unfortunately. But at the same time, too, it could be worse. We at least have the upgrade. That's the main thing. Alright, and then let's see what we can clear out here. Pretty good. You know what, let's go ahead and make sure that we're back in time for the fight. Definitely don't want to have any unnecessary problems. Alright, we are going to expend some resources and we will boost up the... Ooh, the turret damage. That would actually be very nice. Yeah, I think that's what we do. It's probably falling behind a little bit. We'll go ahead and we'll drop that down. Oops, the daisies. Wrong button. Come on, let us get back in. We'll shield on up just to be on the safe side, but it looks like we're in the clear. Alright, and we are dealing with some of those electric things. Yeah, these electrical mutant ones. I'm not really sure exactly what we're going to call them. But they're definitely a bit more of a thing now. We have defeated that first boss. Let's get that drone up and running. We'll go ahead and we will start clearing out all of this. That should be very nice. Let's go ahead and try and break through all of this. Again, making sure that our drones aren't going further down than necessary. Let's just double check that we have cleared out everything. That seems pretty decent. Alright, let's see. Anything else worth noting? Nothing too crazy, actually. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll bust down all of that. Again, we'll go ahead and drop another explosive. That should be good. We'll clear out this one as well. Let's let the drones do their thing, and then... I think that's everything. Yeah. Alright then, let's head on out. A little unfortunate that we didn't collect another artifact, but I guess it is what it is. We'll make our way up over here. Just at least this way we'll get the bomb to drop down and explode, which will be nice. We'll get the drone going just in case. But it just sort of is what it is. Alright, well either way, that should hopefully clear out a bit more of the mine for us for when we do get back. Let's drop off our turret and let's go for... 11 and 4, that's actually quite affordable. Let's max out our mining. Let's also go ahead and boost up our... What have we got here? Anticipation time by 2/10. That seems good. And then... What else do we want? I'm thinking... Yeah, let's boost up our turret time. Let's also go ahead and boost our explosion power. That could be handy. Either that or we could try and max out our drones. I think we go for carry capacity. Yeah, we've done alright for now. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that should be fine. We'll max that up by another 2. Ores can be picked up. Yep, I think that should be fine. That should make our life a little bit better. And yeah, we'll just keep on fighting our fight. I feel fairly confident with where we sit at the moment, so I'm happy sitting here. We've got a good little position here. We can clear out these enemies before they get too close. We do have our shielding just in case we need it. But right now I think this damage boost is also rather handy. We'll try that out. Oh, let's go ahead and keep some of these bigger enemies further back. But I think we're now all in the clear. Alright then. Very nice. Let's go ahead and drop off our drone. Let's go ahead and we will see what we can clear out here. We'll pick up the artifact just so we have what we want. And you know, let's even go ahead and drop it off. What have we got? Artillery, reload time, or jamming missiles? Let's go for damage. I think that's far better. We can easily afford the upgrade for our turrets if we really desire, so it's not the be-all and end-all. It's not one of those ridiculously priced upgrades. So we'll leave that be. Alright, let's see. What else can we break down? All of this. We've almost got another explosive ready. That's very nice. In fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and just drop that down there. That looks very good. Come on, let's see. Let's break our way back up to the top. Make sure that everything is cleared out very systematically. Go ahead and get more drones up and running. Still got 30 seconds, so we should be fine. And then, I don't know, we'll drop off a drone down here. Got 10 seconds left. Alright, let's just go ahead and get our way out. Yeah, I think that is a cleared out mine for sure. Alright, so now what do? I guess we go ahead and we upgrade further. Okay, let's boost up our... I think our movement speed is definitely needing to get increased just to be on the safe side. Let's also boost up our reload time on our main weapon. That's going to be very handy. That's now 1 second. That's going to make us very effective, and I think that's all we can afford. So yeah, we're just a little bit off that explosion radius. We just need one more green and we are all good there. And then I think that should be more or less it. Let's drop down that turret. We'll probably head off to the top right hand corner there. I think that there's another mine that's fairly easy for us to access. Yep, I can already see it on the screen. So that's what we'll do. Let's see, come on. What else do we want? Oh, let's shield up and make sure that some of our shields have time to recoup. Again, it only feels like we get so much back at the end of each wave, so we do want to be careful at preserving what we've got. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll leave that there. We'll drop this down here. That should do well. And then... yeah, let's go ahead and see what we can find. We'll, again, try and break down all of these bricks that are nice and close to the top. Let's get that drone up and running. Make sure that we have a path going all the way back. Come on now, just got to make sure that we break all of these things. And then... there we go, that's fairly good. We'll go ahead and break down these as well. Actually, this is very nice as far as what we've been able to do so far. Yeah, just consistently breaking down 2 bricks at a time. That is very nice. Let's go ahead and get some more drones up and running. Actually, no, let's go ahead and break all of these. I think we've more or less sorted out our mining quite comfortably. Yeah. Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll collect those as well. I don't think we've got too much else to ask for. And then let's get on out of here because we're fairly far down. Our drones definitely do need a bit of a speed increase, but we will get to that, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and quickly boost up what we have. 40, 27, and 9. That is quite respectable. Yeah, we'll go with the explosion radius. That'll help us out a little bit. We'll boost up the sniper rifle. Yeah, more shots per reload, do more damage. I think damage is a good plan. More shots per reload, or do we go ahead and go for some silly amount of damage? Actually, we can still afford both, so I think that's what we'll do. We'll really max out that sniper rifle there. That'll be very nice. And we can even increase our artillery just that small bit, unless... no, we're 1 green off that. That's fine. We'll just go for the artillery. We'll boost up the splash radius. That should be very nice. Alright, so let's drop that turret. I see a mine just slightly further up, so we'll definitely go there for the next wave. Let's see, can we handle all of you back there? I think that's pretty good. Everybody else is lining up fairly smoothly, which is delightful. We have taken a little bit of damage, but again, nothing too serious. That shotgun is helping do work, which is nice to see. Yeah, we even have another mine over here. Okay, I'm very happy with the way that we're progressing so far. I think we might just have a pretty good run on our hands. Alright, we'll drop that down a little bit further. That seems lovely. We'll definitely need to start upgrading some of our drones if we haven't got the upgrade already. Let's just double check. We need 2 greens. Okay, green is what we need, so we can upgrade that. Let's see what we can find. Oh, speaking of such, let's go ahead and get that back to base. Go ahead and we'll clear out all of this. That seems fairly good. We'll go ahead and drop that drone there. Let's go ahead and get those drones maxed on out. And then what else do we desire? At this point, there's not really much we need. We don't need the carry capacity, nor really the speed at this point. We could go ahead and boost up our health, but again, that's not really what we're after. We could go ahead and boost up some of our weapons. Our bomb needs 8 and 3. Okay, so you know what? Maybe we'll go for a few more greens and see if we can max out our bomb. That does sound like a plan. Alright, so we'll see what we can do there. Alright, I don't know how we're meant to make our way around, but I guess we'll see if we can find out. We'll go ahead and we'll drop this down here. Alright, looks like there's a little bit of a funny path going on. Oh, here it is. Okay, that's... No. We are blocked out yet again. Okay, well that is really unfortunate. I don't like it when that happens. That is quite annoying, because realistically we should be able to get that to work. But unfortunately, it's just one of those things with procedurally generated mines. You can't always have what you want with that. It's probably just an update in the future. They'll be able to fix up some of the impossible situations with resources and whatnot. So I'm not really too concerned. It's just, you know, it's just something to look forward to in the future. But either way, our game is still going well. It's not like we're particularly hurting. Speaking of which, we should go ahead and continue the hurt on our enemies, though. Let's go with... What do we want? Reload time? Get some multiple turrets? Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and we'll boost that up. That could be handy. You never know. Yeah, that could be rather nice. Alright, let's see. We'll clear out all of these enemies. Reload time is fairly nominal. Yeah, we've still got all of our resources. We'll go ahead and we'll drop that down there, which apparently is... Alright, and then caliber upgrade, rocket gun. Let's go with the rocket gun. Again, if we've got the stuff to spend stuff on, why not? Let's clear out. Let's clear out all of these. We'll just double check that there was nothing hiding up here, which apparently there was a little bit of something. Nothing too crazy though. Alright, let's go ahead and search across. We'll find... Yeah, we'll find all of that. We'll break all of these. And then... I don't know, I think that might be about all of everything. Yeah, maybe we need to go ahead and check out that right-hand side. Again, still dropping drones, because why not? But we will go ahead and we'll clear this out a little bit better. There we go. Our drone army can do amazing work for us here. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, is there anything else, really? Oh, okay, I clearly missed a brick. That is kind of annoying that we took the long way around. But it does appear that we have more or less finished everything inside here. Okay then. Well, let's just go. Let's see what we can find at the next mine. Alright, so upgrades are bound. Let's go ahead and continue. Turret duration, another 5 seconds. Oh wait, we never actually got the turret array increased. Let's go ahead and boost that. We'll go ahead and boost this up for... we could pick up both of these. An extra 5 seconds and an extra cooldown. Yeah, that's an extra 5 seconds. That's pretty solid, and that means we'd then get multiple turrets on the field at once for sure. Although, you know what? We've got to go ahead and max out our bomb. That is definitely a thing that we desire. And then from there, I think maybe we go ahead and we increase the penetration of our sniper rifle. Yeah, we've already sunk in a bit of stuff. Increase its rate of fire. I think that's not a bad plan. Yeah, and we'll see how that all goes. Alright, so what is it? We're at wave 17, and I'm feeling fairly strong. Let's see, we do have, ooh, okay. We've got some electrical, walking fish thing. That's cool. Not good for us, but it's still cool to see nonetheless. I think we'll head off to the north. There seems to be a mine up there that should be fairly good for us. Yeah, those turrets have cleared out. Okay, and I think that that's all in this area, so that's not the worst. Go ahead and we'll drop that there. We'll drop one of these here. Alright, definitely a good way of clearing out most of this mine. Let's go ahead and get some more drones. I feel like we've definitely cleared out the majority of stuff in that area at the very least with that first explosion. We'll go ahead and we'll drop off that. Make sure everything is accessible still. Again, just cleaning up the area. Let's go ahead and make sure that we're breaking bricks in the right direction, as that is something that's more of a thing with our current build. That'll do. We'll go ahead and leave that there. That's very good. Let's see. Oh, we've almost missed a brick up there. But I can't think that there's going to be too much left at this point. We've done a very good job of clearing out what we've got access to. We'll drop a drone though, just to be on the safe side. And it looks like our drones are now a little bit funny. Yeah, again, they seem to get caught out with the last little bit. That's it though, that could be because of the wave. I'm not 100% sure, but it's what I see is probable. Let's shield on up as we've got that there. Let's drop some turrets, get those on cooldown, and then I think we'll head off to the right-hand side. I did see another mine through this gap here, and I think that that's where we will be heading. We'll drop another turret. Oh, and of course we should continue to upgrade things. Another 5 seconds. that's not the worst. Reload time down to 5 seconds. That would be absurd. What else would we do? Reload time. You know what? That's not too bad. Bring that down to 2 seconds. Sure, we'll max that out. And then let's go ahead and focus in on some of our other weapons, like maybe our... Maybe artillery? Artillery could be good. Go for a damage increase. Boost up the reload time. Yeah, there's a couple of things we could do. We'll focus on the damage first, and then we'll also increase our the splash. Actually, you know what? The splash radius isn't a huge issue, but having a faster reload time is probably ideal. So we'll go ahead and we'll focus on that for now. Just so we can get more warheads on foreheads. And so that should be good. Alright, so let's go ahead and... I think we'll mosey on over here. And we'll see what's down here. Alright, so far so good. Making very solid progress. Let's go ahead and... let's drop that other drone. We'll drop this down here. We'll make sure... Okay, that did get collected, which is nice. Come on. Let's break this down. More drones, please, and thank you. Let's check that we have got everything that we can. More drones again. Gotta go ahead and break some more. Okay, whereabouts have we got? I think that's pretty good. I don't think there's much else. Yeah, there's not much else there. We'll go ahead and we'll break our way through here. Looks like we might need to drop an explosive. That'll be fine. That should be pretty good at clearing things out. And then, yeah, that does seem to have released the rest of the drones to do their jobs properly. Alright, still got a couple of seconds left. I'm not really too concerned. I think we should be fine. We'll go ahead and we'll break down what we've got. But again, I doubt that there's really much else for us to be collecting. So that just is as it is. Alright, well, you know what? We'll wait a second just for that extra green one there. Those things are kind of hard to find. Go ahead and shield on up. We'll drop a turret. We'll also rage. Make sure that we have all of the DPS available to us. Alright, what else do we do from here? Detonation charges, maybe? Yeah, let's go ahead and work on those. Let's go with ammo per stack. Let's do reload speed. Let's do some damage. Let's do a lot of damage. And then more shots and splash radius. Why not? We'll get that up and running fairly well. Alright, so... Oh, let's go ahead and keep some distance. We need another turret up and running. Let's keep that big walking fish away from us. This is definitely the next mine which we're going to need to go through and check. Hopefully there's not too much artillery stuff. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll hit that. Oh, and it looks like we were standing on something that was a little bit hot and toasty. That's not necessarily ideal, but unfortunately it just sometimes is what it is. We'll go ahead and we'll clear all of these. We'll drop down an explosive, which I guess is just going to have to do. And see what we gain here. Alright, so splash radius, caliber upgrade. Let's go for our railgun. That should be fine. I'm pretty sure this is now going to be a new... what is it? A new high score as far as waves are concerned. So I think we're now up to wave... Was it 19 or was it 18 that we just finished? I guess I didn't quite pay full enough attention. That's fine. We'll go ahead and we'll clear out what we can. We'll go ahead and get all of this work through. That should be fine. We'll go ahead and drop more drones. We'll go ahead and we'll drop that there. I'm happy enough to leave that be for now. Get some more of them up and running. And And I think that's more or less everything that we desire. Oh no, there is one more little resource left. Let's go ahead and take it ourselves. Alright then, and oh, actually hang on a second. There was one more. Alright then, well fine. Let's go ahead and get back into our mech. Let's start walking our way to the next mine. I think that's where we're going. We'll drop a turret preemptively. Oh, and this is definitely a wave. Sorry, not a wave, a boss wave. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Let's go ahead and boost up the... an extra 25. That's actually quite nice. Yeah, let's go ahead and max out the damage there for our turret. Give it an extra 5 seconds. Oh, you know what? Let's just have a silly amount of turrets. That seems ideal to me. Oh, and we're fighting a giant worm. Okay. I guess him having a little bit of a weird shotgun thing makes a bit of sense, right? Very similar to the Thresher mods that we've been seeing in the Mass Effect series. Slightly different, but, you know, at the same time too, not in complete... yeah, not a bad design. It works well. And by that I mean it's not very good for us to have to try and fight. Definitely not good. Alright, looks like they're spawning in all these... Oh, of course, these are the little tentacle things that we've been seeing earlier. Ah, that makes a lot of sense. Very nice foreshadowing there, retro-style games. Very cool. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll drop down a turret. Oh, and we got a speed boost. Alright, very nice. Well... we're up and kicking for now, but we're definitely beginning to see some of our limitations. We're definitely struggling. We'll go ahead and we'll pay for an upgrade or so. We'll see if we can boost up our mech's health a bit. That would be very nice if we could do that. But again, can't always guarantee it. That should be enough to keep us in the fight for at least one more wave, I would be hoping. We'll go ahead and we'll clear out all of this. Break down all of those. More drones, please and thank you. Alright, and then let's make our way further up. There we go. We'll go ahead and we will drop that there. We'll go ahead and clear out this last little section down the bottom, just in case. And I think that's probably all that we really need to do. Yeah, that's all fine. Alright, we're making a lot of meta currency in this round. It looks like we've already got 11,000, which is quite remarkable. And all of the drones wanted to deliver all of the goods, which is even nicer. Okay, so I guess now we've got to figure out where we're going. Let's go ahead and upgrade our mech's health. That'll be good. Let's also boost up our speed. I definitely think we should have some more of that if we've survived as long as we have. And then... we can't afford the last of our railgun upgrades, but we could possibly go... yeah, let's bring in more turrets at the same time. And then... what do? We could go for sniper rifle. I think it's fairly minimal benefit. Ooh, explosion radius. Explosion damage going up to 40. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. Maybe we go for the... could go for the artillery there. That would be good. Yeah, that is at least a solid amount of damage. And then... we can't really afford much more. The rocket... let's go maybe with the auto rocket gun. I don't think things are getting close enough for our shotgun to be too necessary right now. But we will go ahead and we'll pick up the basics. Actually, no. Let's go with more damage there. And then we've got 5 points. Can either go for reload speed or splash radius. I think reload is the right call there. Alright, let's see how this all plays out. And the question is, can we find... oh, there it is. Can we find another mine? Alright, let's get that turret up and running. We can have another one go, so we'll go ahead and work on that. We'll go ahead and we'll get a third one up and rolling. Oh, we've now got some icy fellows. Okay. So we've had like toxic, electric, and freezing things. That said though, if we're at the bottom of the ocean and water is just turning into that crystalline frozen water. That is particularly scary. I can only imagine how cold it would have to be for something like that to happen, as, you know, salt water takes a lot more to freeze than fresh water. But either way, thank goodness that this is a game and not a real thing that we have to deal with in reality. Otherwise, that would be absolutely petrifying. And, yeah, that would not be very good at all. But either way, let's go ahead and focus on clearing out this mine. I think we've done pretty good so far. I certainly hope that our benefactor now has some extra coordinates for us to investigate. Now that we've managed to accomplish so much as it is, it would kind of feel like a bit of a waste if there wasn't something good at the end of all of this. But you never know. Beggars can't be choosers at the end of the day. Alright, so let's go ahead and leave that there. We'll go ahead and we'll drop off some explosives over here. Let's see. More drones. I think that's most of the resources done and done. Yeah. Yep, that is everything that we need. Okay. Well then, I guess it's on to the next fight. Alright. What do we need? We've got 40, 38, and 6. Well, that might be... No, not quite enough for one of our damage upgrades. That said, though, boosting that to 120 over again would be ridiculous. Going up to 240 is nuts. Turret duration, an extra 10 seconds. Again, as nice as it is, I don't think we particularly need it. Drones are done. Sniper rifle is... Oh, we could max out that damage. Okay, that's good. That'll be very nice. And then I guess we go back down to the auto gun. Let's boost up its blast force even further. And then reload time down by another 1.5 seconds. And of course some splash damage there, because why wouldn't we? In fact, let's just double check. Can we afford anything else? We can do... What's this? Extra rate of fire. We'll do one of these, and then do we do the reload time or ammo per shot? Let's go with the reload, just in case. Because if we need it, we definitely need it. Alright, let's head further south. I think there's our next mine. We'll go ahead and we'll drop that turret. Again, I don't know exactly... Ooh. Yep, those giant mutant axolotl are back again. Oh, we've got funky jellies that are now like electric. I think we've even maybe seen some fiery ones. But we have a pretty good bottleneck right here, so I'm not too upset. We're definitely able to keep our enemies at bay, which is nice, but I don't know how long this is going to last for. Definitely easier said than done. Let's go. We'll drop this here, we'll get those drones rolling. We do have an extra weapon and or upgrade, which is going to be rather nice, but again, we'll have to see how that goes. Alright, what do we have? Still a bit more to choose from. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and we'll break that down just to be on the safe side. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, we've still got all of this. Oh, okay. There's still a lot up here. Okay, I was not expecting that. Alright. Alright, that'll have to do for now. That will be more than clear enough. We'll let that go and do its thing. Break down all of those. We'll break up all of these. Come on, drones. We're just trying to clear out as much as we can in a shorter time as we can. I don't think we're necessarily going to get this whole one this time. We've been pretty good on the last couple over these waves, but there is, at the end of the day, an upper limit of what we are actually capable of, and we're very much finding out what that limit is right now. Alright, barrel extension, damage reduction, or reload speed. Let's go for the shield upgrade. That seems like a good plan. Let's get some turrets down. Let's try and keep some of these enemies here. I do think that it's probably worth trying to clear out the last of this mine. Yeah, it shouldn't really take us too much. But we'll see what we can do. Alright, come on. Oh, we've already maxed it out, really. Okay, not worth it. That's a pity. I was hoping we had left a little bit more than what I realized. Alright. Let's go ahead and we'll deal with them. Alright, let's move across. Again, systematic as always. Make sure that we're breaking as many bricks as possible. More drones. Doubt that's going to be really that useful. Let's see. Alright, what have we got? That's all of that. We've almost got ourselves another explosive. That's good to see, I suppose. We'll drop that down a little bit deeper. And that looks like that's everything. So we'll go ahead and collect what we can. Oh. Yoink. And then let's go. Yeah, having that third movement speed upgrade is particularly nice. And then we've still got 12 seconds left. I don't know if this is going to help us or not, but it looks like it could be somewhat useful. So we'll take what we can get. We'll drop things, see what kind of things will open up. Alright, and it's time to go ahead and prepare for the worst. Alright, railgun time. Let's go ahead and max out our damage. Yeah, we definitely need to be hard hitting at this point. Let's go ahead and... our turret is more or less maxed. Let's go with the artillery. Go ahead and we'll boost up the damage there. We can go ahead and decrease the increase the projectile speed, and then we're stuck on greens, so that's unfortunate. Auto rocket gun, stuck with greens. Auto shotgun, we can do rate of fire. Yep, we are out of options because we do not have the higher level upgrades available. Yeah, we don't have those resources available. So I guess then if that's the case, let's go for some of the basic stuff that we can afford. Shield is sorted. Let's go ahead and spend on the damage reduction. We'll go for the damage increase. We'll go for the reload speed, the duration. And then what else is there? Oh, we can swivel speed. Huh. Who would have thought? I completely forgot all about its existence. Alright, but so far so good. We'll try and keep everything far enough away, but good grief, some of those enemies, I am concerned about what they're going to be able to do to us. I do not like the look of that whatsoever. How do we do? I think that's more or less it. Yeah, there's not much we can really. We've got our defensive turrets up and running. They're working out rather well, but again, there's only so many turrets we can have. There's a huge number of enemies. We'll go ahead and drop another turret now that we've dropped another one. Yeah, okay, well, we're still alive, which is delightful. Obviously, one of our life goals, of course, is to remain alive. And then... oh dear, what do we do? Alright, let's clear this area. Let's see about... oh, actually, do we empty this entire section before we move on? I think that might be the best plan. Yeah, at least then all of our drones will be going in a single direction, although it does seem like we're now digging underneath what we were otherwise kept from, which is not as good. Come on, let's work our way up. Alright, let's just go ahead and leave that there. That should be fine. Alright, so now that we've got access, how does that change the equation? Not a whole lot, really. That said, though, we can at least open up some stuff a little bit better. Yeah, let's just see what we can do. Oh, we're almost broken through. Alright, and I guess that's everything. Alright, those drones are carrying silly amounts of resources, but it is lovely to see. Alright, well, what are we left with? Let's go with the... Nope, can't do that. Rocket gun? Sure. Increase the damage. We'll increase the splash. That's the rocket gun done. Artillery-wise, we're out on that. Auto shotgun, we can boost up the ammo per shot, I suppose. Yep, alright, well, I guess that is what it is. There is another mine, so I suppose that'll be our goal. We're surviving pretty well right now, but I'm not sure. Let's drop another turret. Again, now that we've got our weapon just ridiculously powered up, that is very nice to have, but again, I'm not sure how long we're going to be able to keep this going though, because at what point do they then start sending insurmountable numbers? Like, we might make it to wave 30, which would be remarkably nice, but at the same time too, does that make our game a little bit harder for future progression? Who knows? Alright. Looks like we've got a pretty good defensive spot here. We're definitely getting a lot of waves of enemies. And then, alright, we've already mostly cleared this out. Go ahead and we'll drop a drone off. Who would have thought that there was that all along? Alright, I'm guessing we're revisiting some of our earlier mines, which is kind of a little bit annoying. But at least we can take what we've got. And then... Alright, I guess if we're stuck, we may as well take what we can. Anything else chilling out over here? Yep, alright, that is absolutely everything. Alright, on to the next mine. What do we get? Duration, ammo stack. Let's go with... I don't know, let's just go with the ammo per shot and splash radius. That should be fine. Alright, we've already checked this out. It looks like we've done one giant loop, which is... yeah. We're now trying to find ourselves a mine that we haven't touched. Oh, there it is. Okay, there is at least one more. That is something, I suppose. Let's get that drone up and running. Let's drop down our explosive. Hopefully that will work out well. Again, drones, do your thing as fast as you can. But again, I doubt we're going to be able to really do too much. Alright. Oh, we are in a tough spot right there, but I guess we will go ahead and we'll boost up our rotation speed. And that is all. Let's see, sniper rifle, still can't afford anything there. We don't have any greens, so I guess that is everything. Let's get those turrets up and running. Definitely in a bit of a spot of bother. I'm not sure if this area of the map is particularly safe for us. Some places have better choke points than others, is more what I'm getting at. But I think we stand a decent chance. Yeah, I don't think that there's really too much for us to worry about. Yeah. Alright, let's go down and see what we can do. We'll go ahead and drop some explosives and see what we can clear out there. Hopefully our drones will do a pretty decent job of things, but again, we've already mostly cleared this out, so it's not the be-all and end-all. Yeah, we just really need these green ones, if anything. Yeah, alright, well, still, we'll go ahead and continue to pick up things. You never know, we might be able to find a nice little upgrade somewhere that is worth having. I do somewhat doubt it, but you never know, so we're not going to say with certainty. Alright, and then I guess at this point we may as well just head down here. I know that there's a couple which we have not been in this direction for, so that should be fine. We'll see if we can unlock anything else. That should be good. Go ahead and we'll work with those. Again, it is the deep green ones that are the most important for us to find, so we'll kind of focus on them whenever we see them. I don't know if that's going to change too much for us, but it is what it is. Oh, and come on, let's get out of here. We're going to have a rough fight ahead of us. Alright, let's go ahead and continue to boost up whatever we can. We've got 5... Go for splash radius? No. Let's go for blast force. That should be fine. Everything else requires greens. Let's do... what do we do? Turret deploy? No. Sniper rifle. What can we do with one? There we are. Extra penetration there. That thing's got a whole heap of damage there, so that should be nice. We'll shield on up. We'll stay at this mine though. Again, we didn't quite get enough time for us to clear it out. But I feel like we're fairly safe with everything being north and south. We did just lose all of our shielding, so we're definitely not out of danger. We'll just have to see. Alright, what have we got? Anything else? No, that's everything. Okay, still have a few more resources. So go ahead and we'll get them sorted. We'll drop... Oops. That explosive there, that'll be fine. Drone, you can do your thing. We'll go ahead and drop some more. And then I think... Yeah, that may as well be about everything. Oh no, there is a little bit left. We'll see what we can do there. Hey, no, we'll just drop all of our stuff there. The drones can collect what we've got, if there is anything worth catching. And then... yeah, let's just see what we can find. We'll go ahead and we'll do that. We'll drop another drone. And it looks like that is the entire mine once again cleared. Oh, very nice. Alright, oh, and you know what? Just because we can, let's not leave that there, and, yeah, let's not leave that one block remaining. Alright, so let's go ahead and, you know, we'll drop a turret back down over here. We'll go ahead and drop down here. Alright, drones are ready. That should be fine. Go ahead and we'll do that. Alright, and I guess that's all we have time for. Alright, let's see what we can do. We'll double check any of our upgrades, but again, I'm pretty sure we're done as far as they're concerned. Nothing truly life-changing at this point. We could go ahead and go for extra explosion radius, and then maybe work our way to extra damage, but again, detonation charges aren't that good. Let's go with some artillery. Yeah, let's halve the reload time, and then I don't know, splash radius. Yeah, let's boost that up. That should be good. All right. What have we got? Oh, we got these little guys hanging around. That's unfortunate. Wave 28. Let's go ahead and we'll try and dodge some of those very annoying worm tendril thingies, the little mini bosses. Actually, let's go ahead and shield on up. Make sure that we don't take too much damage. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking we might be able to make it to the wave 30. But it might require a little bit of effort on our part to do. Alright, let's see what we can find. Oops. I guess that'll have to be good enough. We'll collect that up. We'll try and break down everything that we see here. We'll get our drones to do most of the work. Let's just double check that that is in fact the complete end of all of that. And then what do we do? I guess we just break our way across. And that should more or less finish up everything that we need. Yeah, I don't think that there's too much more. Technically there is room for an explosive, so I guess we'll go ahead and we'll drop that off. Oh, and we found a bug. Okay, Oh, I'm actually stuck. Oh no. That is not ideal. Well, I guess we've found where our run is going to end. Oh, that is a bit of a pity. I was really hoping to get to level 30 and fight whatever boss comes up next. That said though, we've made almost 18,000 worth of currency progress, which is very, very respectable. If we had it healed up, we probably could have survived a bit further, but unfortunately it just is what it is. I do wonder whether maybe this will help us get free. Nah, we're actually bugged now. Alright, well, you know what? If that's the case... Oops, I didn't quite hit escape fast enough. I was going to send a bug report, but it is what it is. That is where we have to end things. Alright, but our benefactor is here. The final coordinates are already with me. Finally, we're so close to the end. Yes, this is the place where it all began. Finding it was much harder than I thought, but strange activity readings completely gave away the hidden location. As I understand it, that's where the fifth reactor was created, and that's where everything went wrong. Yes, exactly. Why did you leave this place for last? Because the nuclear reactors have to be rebooted in a specific order. Fortunately for you, I knew the order, I just didn't have the coordinates yet. Besides, without the development of your skills, you wouldn't have had a chance to make it out alive. And the other expeditions? Some tried to start from this place. You've seen the result in your previous missions. In any case, do your best to find the energy matrix. We've been searching for it for too long to lose it now. Okay, I'm guessing that's probably near that main reactor in the center, but that is for us to figure out in the next episode. So if you do want to see it, which may be either our last or our penultimate episode, be sure to hit that subscribe. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan signing out.